All right, let's just cut right to it. If you are sick and tired of that same old New Year's resolution cycle, the one that completely fizzles out by February, then you have landed in the perfect spot. We're about to totally rewire how you approach not just your year, but your entire life.
Now, I know what you're thinking. That's a huge promise, right? And it's pulled directly from our source for today. But this isn't about some magic pill or a temporary burst of motivation. It's about a deep, fundamental shift in how you operate. So let's see what that actually looks like.
Okay, so here's the deal. We've all been down this road before, right? The old way. We try to hype ourselves up with motivation, we cut out pictures for a vision board, we repeat all the cliches. But the brutal truth is, that stuff doesn't stick. Real, lasting change, it comes from three things and three things only. Absolute clarity, rock-solid systems, and a genuine shift in your identity.
Does this sound painfully familiar? You kick off January 1st with these massive goals. You're riding high on optimism, but then by March, maybe even sooner, you've crashed and burned, and you're right back where you started. That, my friends, is the annual failure loop, and it's a trap that millions of us fall into year after year.
And this right here, this might be the most important idea we're going to talk about. The calendar has no power. You have the power. Change isn't some date that magically arrives. It's a decision. It's that moment you finally get brutally honest with yourself about what actually needs to change.
All right, let's dive into the first big shift, clarity. It is all about finding your focus. See, the source material is super clear on this. People don't fail because they're lazy. Nope. They fail because their energy and their effort are scattered in a million different directions.
Be honest, does this list look a little bit like your to-do list for the year? When you try to chase 5 rabbits at once, you catch none of them. You're spreading your energy thin, like a tiny bit of butter over way too much bread. You end up making an inch of progress in 5 directions instead of a mile of progress in 1.
So what's the antidote to all that chaos? It's this simple. 1. That's it. Just 1. You have to choose one single primary mission for the year. Not a handful of goals, one core focus that will create the biggest domino effect in your life.
We call this your North Star. What is the one mission, the one big thing that if you actually pulled it off would automatically lift up every other part of your life? Maybe it's finally fixing your finances, or transforming your health, or launching that business. That's your North Star. That's the power of focus.
Now this is where it gets really interesting, and it kind of flips motivation on its head. Forget about visualizing success for a second. Instead, I want you to really connect with the pain of staying exactly where you are right now. Our brains are wired to run from pain way more than we run towards pleasure. So use that. Feel the real cost of doing nothing. That becomes your fuel.
Okay, so once we've got that laser focus locked in, it's time for shift number 2. This is the how. This is about building systems that make your progress almost inevitable. We're moving from just wishing to actually doing. And here's another dose of brutal truth for you. Motivation is a feeling. It's a fair-weather friend. It shows up when things are easy and fun, and it bails on you the second things get tough. Systems, though? Systems are actions. They're the boring, repeatable things you do every day, especially when you don't feel like it. And they are what actually get you results. And this chart, it shows you exactly why systems are so dang powerful. We're talking about the daily 1% rule. The goal isn't some huge heroic leap overnight. It's just about being 1 tiny percent better today than you were yesterday. It feels like nothing in the moment, but that small, consistent effort compounds like crazy. By the end of the year, you're not 365% better, you're nearly 37 times better. That's the insane magic of systems.
So where do you start? The source material breaks it down into 3 core systems. Think of these as the engine room for your entire year. Number 1 is your energy system. That's your sleep, your food, your movement. You can't chase a big goal if you're running on empty. Number 2 is your skill system, picking one key skill that directly helps you achieve your North Star. And number 3, your money system, learning to treat your finances like simple math, not some emotional drama, which frees up so much mental space.
And that brings us to our third and final shift. And honestly, this is the big one. This is the most profound piece of the puzzle. We have our focus, we have our systems. Now, we have to change who we are. This is where we go from doing things differently to being someone different.
This is your new operating system. You don't wait to achieve the goal to become that person. You start acting like that person right now, and that's what brings the goal to you. You have to start thinking, acting, and speaking like the version of you who has already accomplished your North Star. You embody it first.
And this is the question you need to ask yourself every single morning the second your feet hit the floor. If I were already the person I want to be, what would I do today? That question just cuts through all the noise, all the excuses. The successful you probably isn't hitting snooze 3 times, right? They're getting up and taking action that aligns with their mission. And here's the answer to that question almost every single time. The person you're becoming, they don't wait around to feel like it. They run on discipline. Discipline is that bridge between your goals and your reality. It's the muscle you build by doing the hard thing, especially when you don't want to. Okay, so let's put this all together. We've gone through the 3 big shifts: finding your focus, building your systems, and shifting your identity. Now let's boil it all down into a super simple, actionable blueprint that you can literally start using the second this is over.
And here it is, your entire game plan for 2025. It's just 4 things. That's it. Number 1, pick your one big goal. That's your North Star. 2, choose one powerful skill to learn that will get you there faster. 3, commit to one non-negotiable habit that builds that discipline muscle. And 4, the one that ties it all together, one mindset shift.
And this is that mindset shift. But listen, this isn't some fluffy, feel-good affirmation. This is a declaration of power. I am responsible means the excuses are over. I am capable means the self-doubt stops now. And I am ready means you stop waiting for the perfect moment. You start now.
So what happens if you actually do this? Look at this chart. The source claims that if you stick to this simple blueprint for just 90 days, that's it, 3 months, you will blow past 90% of everyone else who is still stuck in that old, broken cycle. A 90-day sprint to put yourself in the top 10%.
So let's end with this. The single most crucial takeaway from all of this is that the magic isn't in the date on the calendar. It never was. The magic, the power, it's in your decision. You have the blueprint, you have the strategy. The only question left is, when are you going to decide?